Well, we are pushing those clouds right on out of here at 6 o'clock on your Thursday morning. We're glad you're up with us on 13 Sunrise. I'm Jalea along with Sam and Matt, who is back this morning. Yay. He brought the clouds and said, hey, wrap it up around here. We need some sun, and we're glad for that. Thank you for joining us here on 13 Sunrise.
Yes, good to see you. Welcome back, and thanks for bringing back the sunshine.
I can't beat that, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday was cloudy.
It was
back
all
in
day.
Indiana, and I was like, meh.
Yeah.
Today, beautiful blue sky. We have to get the clouds out first, though.
Yeah, they're breaking up right now, you said.
They are.
Eventually moving out of here.
We've got these night vision goggles, infrared satellite. I want to show you that map. You're going to see a lot of orange and yellows. Looks scary. It's just clouds. Here's that map for you this morning. Notice where we have most of the clouds are sitting over Indianapolis and areas to the west and to the south. You go north and east, though, we're clearing out the skies, which is good news because that's where the sun rises, of course, right above the eastern horizon. If we can continue to clear that side of the map out, we'll have a decent sunrise, but there may still be clouds overhead, but you may still see that sunrise off in the distance. But good morning. It's great to be with you all. It's a comfortable, cool start. There's not a lot of wind out there this morning. We're sitting in the 50s for many of us with some clouds overhead, but they are breaking apart. I think later this afternoon and evening, it might be tough to see a lot of clouds. We'll probably be mainly clear with a lot of blue skies. A wonderful fall day is in the forecast today. We're looking at Carmel. This is one of the better cameras in order to see the city or the skyscape there, as you're seeing the clouds out there this morning. Trying to break them up a little bit. It'll be a process throughout the rest of this morning, but I think by lunchtime, will be mainly sunny. Now you can see where temperatures are cooler. You don't have that cloud blanket that's over us this morning. We're in the 40s from Winchester to Jay County. Good morning in Marion, it's 49. Same in Wabash and Peru. It's sitting at 48 for the Wildcats and Kokomo. More 50s farther south, but we're starting to cool off some of our eastern suburbs. From Greenfield to Carmel and Fishers and Noblesville, we're in those low and mid 50s, 55 in Zionsville. Still holding on to a 59 in Indianapolis, down to 52 in Richmond. We're starting to cool off too. Still 60 in Bloomington. We're one of the warmest spots. We've got warmer weather on the way because as this cold front approaches, there's a powerful warm front. In fact, we've got 80s on Saturday, and then rain and thunderstorms are moving through Saturday late afternoon, evening, and Saturday night, and then we're going to drop big time. We're going to have more on that forecast here in a little bit. But in the meantime, we're dry. I do want to take you up to traffic this morning. We'll take you up to I-69. Good morning, right around Fishers. This is going to be 82nd Street. I-69 north. They've turned the camera around. Now you're looking southbound, but it's these northbound lanes. We've got a delay all the way to 465. There's a jackknife semi. This kind of just out of view would be kind of over in this direction. And a fuel spill too. So only one lane is open, is that outside lane. So there's a delay. It's about a 5-minute delay right now coming I-65 or I-69 north as you're headed towards Fishers. Then we take a look on the north side. This is over closer to Carmel. Good morning. Along 465 and Meridian Street, US 31. Remember that ramp to go on Meridian Street, so south, is closed. Right now that detour, you got to go north and then turn around at 106 and then come back south. We'll have more on this construction update and the timeline for this here, Jalea, in a bit.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Got some good news this morning. If you're an AES customer, you will not have to pay that rate increase at least until 2030 now.
AES and Indy DPW reached an agreement in the months-long dispute on raising rates. Our Anna Chalker is back in studio this morning with the settlement and what this really means for customers.
Well, ladies, you may remember customers were told that they had to pay potentially a $21 extra on their bill a few months ago. But now, because of this settlement, they won't see anything like this for another 5 years. So I want to lay out some of this settlement for you and the terms in it. So AES is prohibited from seeking another base rate increase before January 1st of 2030. There will be a 50% reduction in AES's rate increase for street lighting, and the fixed monthly charges will also remain at the same levels that were originally approved by the IURC. AES says the increase was needed because of rising costs they were seeing on their end. And this comes 2 years after the company's last rate case, when DPW said they had to step in that time and reach another settlement. We heard from DPW Director Todd Wilson on this, saying in part, because of the intervention from the city, AES will not be able to raise rates for many years. Our team went to bat on behalf of taxpayers, and the result is a win for the community. We have also reached out to AES for a statement on this, but we haven't heard back yet. And this has been a battle for some time. We've talked about this between the customers and the company. So coming up, we'll dive more into how we got to this point and the work being done on the state level to really combat this as well.
With customers being the main focus here. Thank you, Anna.
Today, a man accused of shooting multiple people at an Indianapolis CVS is set to be in court.
Terry Rowe Jr. has an initial hearing this morning for this shooting last week at a CVS on East 10th Street. This was where police say that he was yelling at an employee and eventually followed her outside. They say her boyfriend came to pick her up, and then police say that Rowe pulled a gun and started shooting.
Metro Police tell us the boyfriend shot back with his own gun and is cooperating with police. Officers say bullets from Rowe's gun hit 2 employees. They are expected to be okay. Rowe is set to be in court at 9 this morning.
A new analysis is breaking down child care funding cuts county by county.
This is something we've been talking about for a while now, and these new numbers reveal Marion County is hit pretty hard. A new dashboard from Early Learning Indiana displays those county losses per week, and ELI estimates Marion County will lose $1.4 million a week in vouchers for families and reimbursements to child care providers. Across the state, that adds up to about $195 million a year.
Riley Huddleston Zipper is an education and workforce analyst at IU's Kelley School of Business. He says that this will have a ripple effect for everyone impacted.
Regardless of whether you have kids or not, it's going to impact you because in your day-to-day life, you are reliant on services provided by people who might have kids.
Now, right now, 29,000 Hoosier kids are on a wait list for those vouchers. Huddleston Zipper expects these cuts will only make that number worse.
And we also talked to the owner of an early childhood learning center in Lebanon. She worries that her business may not exist in 2 years. So she tells us she hopes that state leaders will change their decision soon. We also have a statement from the Indiana Family and Social Services Administration, or FSSA. That says that, quote, "We made the decision to fulfill the promise that the state of Indiana made to the kids and families that depend on CCDF vouchers. While these adjustments are challenging for providers, they are essential to making sure uninterrupted access and affordable care for Hoosier families can happen."
There is an ongoing dispute this morning between leaders of a student-led newspaper at IU Bloomington and university leaders.
So student editors for Indiana Daily Student tell 13 News the school canceled the remaining print editions for the rest of the year. It's a move that they're calling censorship. The media school administrators will no longer print the campus's student-run newspapers, and this announcement comes a day after the school's media dean terminated Jim Rodenbush, the director of student media.
The student editors say Rodenbush was told by media school administrators no news could be published in the homecoming publications. Both students say when Rodenbush expressed censorship concerns to the administration, he was terminated.
If they're willing to violate the First Amendment for what they view as a business decision, it doesn't matter that it's print. It could go anywhere.
An IU spokesperson told us the campus is shifting resources from print to digital media, prioritizing student experiences that are more consistent with today's media environment. And they say this is the reason for the decision to no longer print the paper. As for the termination of the director of student media, the spokesperson says the university cannot comment on personnel matters.
We're getting a look at the latest draft for how the state plans to grade school success.
The Indiana Department of Education is tasked with basically updating the state's accountability system for Indiana schools, and that measures how students are progressing year to year at individual schools. So the proposed grading system assigns points to students based on their success during state testing.
It also awards points for other skills and experiences needed for future success, things like workforce credits and life skills. Then schools receive a grade based on the average score of its students. This new proposal would also award students who get back on track during certain grade levels.
All right, your time is 6:09. It is time to clean out the closets. Maybe not right now,
yeah,
but some point today. Clean out the closets. Look for any new or gently used coats, especially if you have kids at home.
If you put that coat on, it's a little snug this morning. Consider donating it here, where the Salvation Army and WTHR partner to make sure that Central Indiana kids have a warm coat. We have been at Classic Cleaners all morning long with Marina Silva. She's showing us as they are getting ready for these coats to be distributed. Good morning.
Good morning, and like you guys said, you're right. It is time to go check those closets. I'm sure everybody, I know I have coats in the back of the closet that couldn't tell you the last time I wore, but especially for those kids. There's got to be some coats. They outgrow them every year. We are here with Dan from the Salvation Army. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell me a little bit about what Coats for Kids is.
Yeah, Coats for Kids, it's a partnership that Salvation Army, WTHR, and Classic Cleaners have had for nearly 40 years now, and we provide a new or gently used coat to thousands of kids. We have more than 5,000 registered this year, and it's going to be a great day when we get to put a coat on a little smiling face. You know, they love it.
And it's so cute to see their smiling faces, how excited they get to pick out their coat. They're still looking to do, what, another 2,000 coats?
Yeah, we need coats. You know, like I said, 2,000 coats, and we need sizes like, you know, children use sizes. You know, imagine like an elementary size kid, you know. Those are the sizes of coats, boys, girls coats. You know, adult sizes are always needed too.
So we're looking specifically for 1st to 5th grade boys and girls kids coats right now, right?
Yeah, right. And, you know, and anything helps. And if you don't have that coat, that size of coat, you know, you can always donate. You know, we always say $25 will buy a brand new coat.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Like you said, you can donate money or you can do a gently used or new coat. I want to show you guys a little bit about what we're seeing here. These are coats that were just donated. So right here in these boxes, those are gently used coats. You can go to any Classic Cleaners. They've got these boxes. They also have new coats. Any Classic Cleaners, they'll get them these coats and get them clean. We'll send them back to you guys.
A lot of families that are signed up to receive a coat, Marina, so we really need this last-minute push before October 25th. We'll check in with you soon.
Thanks, Marina. Your time is 6:11, and coming up, we are talking all things hockey with the owner of the Indy Fuel. Coming up, find out how the team is getting ready for opening night.